Well, I just started it and already my camera is blurry. What's up, camera? What are you doing? Just started there. Camera. Deactivate. Wonder Trends. Masturbate. Wonder Twin powers. Deactivate. Yeah, what's the chances? What's the chances, Asturbate? Those guys on the short bus, they were lying to you, you know. Those bullies, they're just bullies. They were just stealing your lunch money. There's no fare on the short bus. Short bus is always free. Seriously, I never take public transportation very much, like once a week. Maximum once a week. I hate driving and I hate public transportation. I'd rather walk somewhere if I can do it. And I get on the bus and it's the frickin' bus driver who owes me like $2,000. Yeah, you better give me a free fare on the bus. Bastard. That's he owes me $2,000. The bus fare is like $2. So that's like 0.1% of what he owes me. The least he could do. I have the other guy who owes. It's ironic, isn't it? Like the person who owes me the most money is a bus driver. The second one is a taxi driver. What is it with these guys? Alright. I got a challenge. Shanvika already joined, I thought. That's weird. So we're hosting a tournament here. Yes, in 15 minutes. By the way, Chess Network, bro. I can't look at those blogs. Chess Network needs to, like, get in the 21st century. He's got Judith Polgar photos from, like, hurts my eyes, man. Get it out of there. Dude, and that guy's back again. Checkmate raise. Get out of here. Don't make me look at the blogs. The science of chess, playing blindfold and seeing chess in your dreams. Get out of here, bro. Is that guy for real? Scammers. You're all scammers. Alright, Sarah Herman is streaming. At least she's like authentic. Look at these bloggers. God. Average lichess ratings by chess title. Sure, dude. Oh no, harassment. Oh no, harassment allegation. Bro, is that really appropriate to make a blog about that? Wow. Oh my god, dude. Lichess has to stop the blogs. It's hurting my eyes. I can't look at it. Make it go away. Make it go away, please. Where's my tournaments? Alright. God. Phew. What kind of a loser would like make a blog post? Alright. It's horrible. Just every loser thinks they can like make blogs. Okay, Zenchess, your blog, you made a blog too, but they were when you made the blog, you made a blog that was like about a tournament you went to. It's like that's what blogs are supposed to be. You know what I mean? That's kind of what blogs are supposed to be. Like somebody reports about a tournament they played in or something, Not gossip columns and fucking bad advice and shit, Or old pictures of Judith Polgar when she was like 20. Chess Network needs to get a little more, up to modern times. Alright, anyway, why do we have a challenge from Brownie Champ? No challenges. Play. Alright, guys, the brain fog is real. Where's my freaking profile, man? Here. Pawnda and Horses Club. What's the chances there are like thousands of bus drivers in Budapest? I get the one that owes me $2,000. Saved $2. That's awesome. All right. Anyway, if I called an Uber, it would probably be the taxi driver that owes me money. We've got Zen Chess, Cheesy Noob, Young Samurai, Teenage Petrosian, and Astrobate. No, I just think it's funny that he's doing... No one even knows who Judith Polgar is. You know, it's like ridiculous. Do you think the people reading his blogs... She's like been retired almost as long as her awful sister. Alright. So... What's up? Pawnda Rapid, Steve Albini's Closet. The record producer and musician, punk rocker Steve Albini died last year, and they put up a website of like a bunch of his stuff called Steve Albini's Closet. I can buy his old records and shit. I need a closet like website online where I can sell the stuff from my storage unit. I'm just not famous enough. Sladgie's Closet. You can buy all my old chess books and stuff. I need to get like NetOg to organize that for me. Could do that. It'd be helpful if I was famous. More famous like Steve Albini. Alright. A lot of really cool records and stuff. The dude had an insane collection. But anyways, we're hosting a tournament. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Hosting a tournament here. 7+3 rapid, 2 hours, 30 minutes, casual. Lately, I think we get more players from going live than me. I don't know why I even bother sending messages. Nobody reads the messages. You know, do you have an old copy of my system like a really old one? You know, it's funny that you asked that, Senchess. Do you know what I literally searched for the other day? I wanted to find if there's like an original copy. What I would be interested in getting, this is really ironic that you say that. Why would you say that? I was just wondering, like, first edition in German. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that Nimzovich probably published my system in German first. Someone showed they bought the German edition on Reddit. Well, there's probably multiple German editions, but the like original first publication, I saw an antique book site where they had a signed copy, not the first edition, but a signed copy by Nimzovich in German, $2,500. It didn't look like the book was in exactly mint condition, but still, you know, that's a signed copy. That's really funny. Are you reading my like internet search history or something? How do you know that? Like, why would you say that? That's totally random. I literally searched for like German editions of my system this week, and you brought that up. That's funny. Yeah, we're not on the Tarash team here, man. We're definitely, you know, anti-Tarash. Leave it to Uber driver. They were diametrically opposed, and I'm a huge Nimzovich fan too. Oh, you mentioned I'm selling books. Well, I'm not really selling books. Steve Albini has a bunch of records and shit. But I was just checking his website because, you know, he was a poker player too. I don't know what he has. But, I was thinking about it in terms of my own stuff. I'm actually not selling my books, but I could, you know, is what I'm saying. I could do like something like that, but it helps if you're famous. Like all the stuff, if you're famous and all the stuff goes up for sale, everyone will probably buy it. Do I know Morzevich? No. But I know that he was like doing some streaming and stuff at some point. Speaking of Nimzovich, no, I mean, we're on the Nimzovich side here. No fans of Tarash. Running this stream. While the Uber driver acts like he's a fan of Tarash. No, thank you. Never inspired by Tarash. I like his opening. You know, the Tarash is okay, but not his philosophy about the game compared to Nimzovich. Speaking of Morozovich. No, I'm not really selling books. I probably would sell some of them if I had. I took the bus today to get my freaking residency renewed. Once I get my residency renewed, I can go back to the United States without worrying about like not being able to come back. And then I can resolve my stuff and whatnot. All right, 5 minutes to go. We got Sparkle Horse Cinch because I haven't been home to the States since COVID, which is insane. It's insane. We have people that have been subscribers longer than I've been in the United States. You know, it's outrageous. I mean, you know, I really want to go to the United States as long as Donald Trump is president, but whatever. I was there before. Very nice comment here from Hub House. He says, yeah, knowledge and experience is very important. That is, love your content and you're a role model. I love me too. Okay, so Hub House joined. Asterbait joined. We've got 7 players. Just 7 players. This is an arena. Morales is lurking. Yeruin is lurking. Nefedov is lurking. Cheesy Noob. Dude, you're not going to be allowed to play Simons anymore because you just drop out. Cheesy Noob. You dropped out of another Simul. Yellow card. Not cool. Cheesy Noob has been banned from Simuls. I asked people not to do that, not to join the Simuls and then leave, and he does it like every time. Alright. Law is law. You got a family call. Alright. Alright, we'll say something next time, you know, at least. It's an emergency, it's an emergency. You got a family call 2 Simuls in a row. It wasn't your first violation. I'm just saying, you know. You're already on shaky ground. So, and there was suspiciously another French player. The only other French player also dropped. Maybe he's got dual accounts. The king is a fighting piece. Use it. Alright guys, we're starting in 2 minutes. Sorry about... Well, you did Polgar quote. Okay. That's weird. I thought I had a Nimzovich quote. Must have been the Simul on Sunday. Maybe not even Nimzovich. Someone else. I didn't realize this was a you did Polgar quote. The beauty of chess had priority for me over winning a game. That's true. It's up to you. It's up to you, man. I mean, you might prefer the beauty of chess to winning or losing. There's a lot of people like that. That's what's making chess great. There's no one way of viewing it. Alright, guys. Don't trust the bus driver. Don't lend bus drivers money. Don't lend taxi drivers money. No matter what you do. 0.1% of the money he owes me has been repaid by a free bus fare. Now he only needs 999 more free bus fares, and he'll be like paid back. All right, summer tourney fund, guys. Don't hesitate to donate. Since the bus driver has all my money. No. We've got 10 players. Hopefully there'll be more. Again, Morales and Nefedov lurking. What are you guys waiting for? Join the tournament. We haven't had a lot of masters lately. You know, we used to get masters. I don't know what happened. Zen chess is sort of like, you know, expert near master level. Morales is in and out. But we used to have a bunch of masters. Schieberspieler, Camel Culture, and nobody's been around lately. I don't know. Alright, so This is an arena. This is your last warning. Guys, Antonia, what's up? We can only play a game or two. Cool. Make sure to complain about the time control. No, you didn't. It's a good time control. This is, I think, our favorite time control. 7 plus 3. My favorite time control. I used to do the streams, you know, with 7 plus 3 rapid till I stopped doing those. Do so. 10 players. The law is the law. We hang you for leaving Simul's here. If you berserk, you lose your increment. No accelerated Queen's Indian today. I've been a little too reliant on that. And don't play the c5 against this guy. He did something weird last time when I tried to play that. Very positional line for white now. Huh. So castles. There is a crazy move there, like bishop e7. People actually play. Am I losing my mind? There's a principled move, right? Normally, I play d5 the most. I play d5 the most. Oh my god, it's Bill. What's up, Bill? Long time no see. Bill 2WK. You can take on d2. That's the main line, obviously. So, I've only played this once over the board, though, a lot of times in Blitz. I lost to Erdosh, and I played pretty passive game. Same position. Yeah. I did knight c6 against Victor, I think. But anyway, this variation never used to, like, exist. But, it's something kind of modern. It's something kind of modern. I'm just playing on intuition here. I mean, in general, Nimzovich would not approve of attacking the head of the pawn chain. But my experience... Well, you have to sometimes if you have no other option. I mean, if it's the only way to attack the pawn chain, it's the only way to attack the pawn chain. Now I have b5, pawn takes c6. Feels like I've had very similar games before. Blow it up. Yeah, this might not be a good idea. I really didn't calculate here properly. If pawn takes b5, I'll have to take on d5. I'm not getting that pawn back right away. But I think the chances of me getting it back are quite good. So it's kind of lucky that I played this move and I didn't really calculate pawn takes b5. After pawn b5, pawn d5, pawn d5. If knight d5, I have problems tactically, I would think. Knight on d5 unprotected, rook on a8 unprotected. He can skewer me with bishop e4. That looks very dangerous. So, my assumption was like I could take the pawn. It's not a big deal, but I can't. I can pile up on it, though. I would think I would be able to pile up on it and surround the d5 pawn. So he's going for it. You know, fine. Instant recapture. Now, this pawn, you know, it shouldn't be captured right away because of knight d5, bishop e4, I guess. I mean, unless you want to sack the exchange or something. But what's wrong with bishop d5? Bishop d5. In English language, I guess I'm saying bishop b7. Well, the other plan is obviously we're coming here and we're coming around the mountain, and we're gonna pick the pawn off with knight b6 if he could. Well, he can't defend it though, you know. He can only defend it like indirectly. No big deal. You've got your pawn. Give me a pawn back, and we're even. The pawns are the soul of the game, says Asterbait. We have 13 players. The tourney! Jim is here! The tourney. The legend. The Pawnda Arena. Yeah. 7+3. Jim's favorite time control. Look. You got a pawn, I got a pawn. It's fair enough. What are you thinking about? Now, I own the center. I undermated the center. No, I think the best way for him to play wasn't to take on b5, but he should take on c6. Or not take anything, you know? But I mean, take on c6, take on c4, take on c4, take on c6. It's like a Sicilian there. White should be a little bit better. I'm kind of curious if this has ever even been played, like up until move 9. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. It's very logical play by both sides. Bishop e4. Now that's a radical move. That looks like something move 11 would play. Okay, so I can win the pawn back with bishop takes d5. Bishop takes d5. Bishop takes d5. Bishop takes d5. Knight takes d5. Then he goes with the knight somewhere. I'm not sure I like my position that much there. So if I play, for example, yeah, knight d7 looks pretty good. Don't rush. It's like, it's kind of sad that Elon Musk likes The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, supposedly. But anyway, you know, the famous concept from that book, White Hung a Piece, do not panic, right? It's connected to do not panic is also very connected to do not rush. Alright, so he dropped a piece, knight b3. It's a strange blunder. Okay, whatever. Back to tournament. Bisonov is here. Long time no see. Glad you're well. Well, I hope you're well. Bill the Bisonov. Bisonic. The Bisonic Lodge. Bill subscribed with Prime. We haven't had a Prime sub in a while. 38 months. So it's been a few since we last saw you. Can I check this game real quick? Somebody tell me if my game starts. Wow. C6 TN. Unbelievable. C6 is a TN. That's crazy, bro. It's a TN. Number 1 move, according to Stockfish. Can you believe that? Wow. I understand chess a little bit. All those grandmasters, they couldn't find c6. Sladgie with a theoretical novelty. Sung de Prism. Purveyor of French defense. You're a purveyor. I'm glad to see many here are looking well too. Well, we should be glad we can't see them. They don't look so good if you see them up close. Asterbait looks like Jack Black. I have more experience with d5. Yeah. I can't remember if we did this already. But, alright. I think we did, probably. Probably did. I'm not going to do anything fancy. The Korchnoi. Oh, this is real old school. C5 is like 19th century. No, that's like Uber Driver. That's like 70s. This is like a 70s era move. The modern moves are E5 and B6. This is like the original. I don't know if I should maybe play Bishop D3 there. I had this game, bro, probably at the Boylston Chess Club, like 1991. I can't remember the context though. Maybe a match I had with the late National Master Eric Godin. A lot of interesting people died last year. Every year, right? A lot of interesting people die every year. You're well. Yeah, I was thinking about you at some point, among the regulars who haven't been around for a while. Arsenal wasn't here for a while. Okay, H6, preempting any possible trap of the queen. That looks like a normal-ish move, right? What this reminds me of is, it reminds me of the, yeah, this is like a game I had vaguely remember with Godin. I think it was probably a draw. But, for some reason, it's not considered very good for black. It looks like a semi-Tarash. I think that I remember there being some very old game I analyzed this exact line. Maybe in the Encyclopedia of Chess Openings. Now, I think I'm supposed to play Queen E3. I believe the engine just thinks like white is considerably better here. On the downside, you have traded two sets of pieces, like Grandmaster Dragan Kosic, my friend, always said. Change two pieces and she doesn't know how to attack. So, but big advantage. Big. We like it big here. Bigly. Please. No mentioning politics. People get very sensitive. Oh, Rook E8, bro. It's very passive. You're inviting me to play D5. Yeah. But if I don't do something... Did I just allow E5 now? Yes, maybe. Did I seriously just allow E5? I hope not. Damn. You're seriously gonna do that? Even though even though you're pinned on the E file. If I was to move my other rook to E8, how do you not lose material? I'm kind of curious. Let's say I move rook D E8. Wait a minute, why not the other rook? No. If you pin F3, okay, it makes sense. But if I do rook DE, how do you not lose material here? DE. Huh. Yeah, I don't think I understand it. Enlighten me. Now, I see the bishop G4, but... No. Bzz. Ah. No. This is stop and go. Touch and go records. Bison, I'm already off to the fiery start with 4 points, followed by Young Samurai, myself, Sun Prism, Ruslan Bear, Zen Chess, and Cheesy the Noob. There's something weird about putting your rook on E8 with a half-open D-file. No? I mean, normally black would have played rook d8 and maybe like b6 and bishop e7. You ended up moving your e-pawn twice. I also moved my rook twice. Maybe my move was a mistake, but I don't think so. I was going to put the other rook on e1 anyway, but I didn't see the urgency. I could have done that. I mean, yeah. Urgency. It's an urgency. Oof, this looks bad for black, no? It's emergency, emergent markets. He had a long school day. Emerging markets, emerging pawn mass. So the whole variation is old school, and it's considered to be like slightly better for white. You got to go back to like move 7 and play either e5 or b6 instead. But okay, you know, even so, I think it's probably not so bad if you don't do anything crazy. People keep gifting me time odds. Oh, the Berserk. Wow, that was a long move you got there. That's a long move. Wow. Would you like to resign? You got what, F6? It's fine. Something like F6. Not a problem. Yeah, this is ugly. This is really ugly. Let's just go on to the next game. Everybody's not warmed up yet. Reduce was definitely not warmed up. Sun Prism definitely wasn't warmed up. You guys are in trouble because I got enough sleep last night. And I've been like really resting the last 2 days. Drew this move order. Still terrible for black, obviously. I just want to keep this pawn protected. This is a horrifying nightmare for black. Don't you want to go to the next game? Pretty bad situation, honestly. But you're only down a pawn. People keep giving me material odds. I think that Sun Prism had too much energy drinks. I know my kids are drinking these like energy drinks. They want to like outlaw it for people under 18. Too much taurine or something. The youths of today. Blame it on the taurine. Alright. So it looks like Reducer just played one game and he's back with Bisonov now. I'm playing 2 games so far. See? Again. C5 is the 3rd most common move there. That was traditionally the move though. Oddly, you know, black doesn't have a very good score in any of these variations. I don't really like playing the black side. I think that's like one of the worst lines against the English. Well, it's reverse. It's one of white's best English lines, the floor makiness. I think you should try to stay away from it if possible. White tends to get the initiative. Though I lost to... I lost some game, but I still had a good opening in the only game where I've had that recently against Luke Mendonca a couple years ago. Kramnik trained Indian GM. I got a huge, nice plus out of the opening. I thought, well, slight edge anyway. Then I just brain freeze. Use too much time. Maybe c5 instead of d5 in future for me. Well, you know, c5 is the other line. True. Also dynamic in a different way. Let me guess, c3. I'm going to guess he's going to play c3. There it is. c3's on the board. Okay. I have a new approach against this player. We're going to try a new approach. Taking him seriously. Yeah, I mean, he's got a pretty narrow repertoire playing this Tory attack all the time. A rather strange move, the Queen B3. I imagine if I want to go on the queen's side, yeah. With a5 or something, he'll just auto a4. You don't like your bishop? Okay, no problem. That's a weird move. d5 is a very strange move by white. I do not like that move for white at all. Okay, alright, here we go. What do we do now? The d5 very strange. Nibble on my house. Here, it makes me want to do c6 again, but I'm thinking that's not right in this position. Queen b3 is rather odd now. It wasn't so odd without the pawn on d5, but I think it's particularly odd. You start putting all of your pawns on d5. Oh, I almost forgot. He doesn't like bishops. But this is his bad bishop, I guess. We could perhaps not be surprised by that move. I do have knight c5. If bishop takes c8, knight takes b3, bishop f7. Okay, so I have to move my queen. I should move my queen. That's fine. Fine by me. Turso did something similar. Yeah, well, bishops are still stronger than knights in the long run. It's going to take a while. It's going to take me a little while to get through. That's all. Very, very strange player, this character. All right. Oh no. Yeah, watch out. Extremely dangerous. Where are you going to put your king? Pure space. Yeah. Double threat. This is going to be epic game, obviously. He doesn't care about bishop a5. You got to pick a side, any side. All right. It's no. And we're not trading queens. That was naive. That's not happening. He's a little impulsive. He'd made a decision. It was either bishop a5 or g4. He could either prevent one or the other, like f5 or bishop a5. I thought he would prevent the bishop a5, but he went the other way with g4. He still can't prevent f5, but I mean, he can delay it. Maybe bishop d7 is better, I don't know. So now, right? Yeah, I think developing is a good idea. Maybe I should be willing to trade my Dr. Bishop for one of those knights. Still, it's pretty strong. I think I'm going to pass on that. Maybe I should go to g7 here. If he plays like knight b3, I think bishop b4 is really strong. Doesn't want to do that. His knight's not good on b3. What would Velimirovich say about this position? I wonder if Mr. Slow were here. We're fans of Velimirovich. Wild Geese. Yeah, this is very deep. Bro, it's a terrible blunder by White. He's just straight up letting me play bishop takes g4. Okay. If your king wasn't on e2, I think it would be a reasonable move. But now I have bishop h5, or even h5, probably bishop h5. You're never going to attack me. Except when you are. Now f5. Knight g5 check. Like your last trick. Everyone in the room saw bishop knight g5 except for you. f5. Knight g5 check. Takes. Yeah, that's bullshit. I dare you. I triple dare you to sacrifice your knight on g5 with check. Open the H file. You'll die in your bed. Yeah, this is poor cheesy noob. This really doesn't look good. He's lost on both sides. If I get bored with winning on the F file, I can go to the queen side. I think I ought to probably cash in for that knight to get through on e4. Let's simplify. Just keep it simple. We're up a clear pawn. The knight's dominated. Nothing to see here. Oh no. Alright. That was ugly. It's getting ugly. Baisanov in second place. Tied with me for first. Young Samurai. Zen Chess. The law is the law, but we should start berserking if we get any lower rated players, I guess. Who can I berserk against? I don't know. Hubhouse beat me in the simul. Everybody looks pretty good on the first page. Uber drivers here. Blogging. Sack Draw joined. Vivid Ghost 2400. Schumacher is in. The only players I could maybe berserk against are Asterbane and Paolo. Just hope we get a lot of Asterbane Paolo pairings. Who else? Everyone else, look at these. 2500, 2100, 2000, 2200, 2100, 2150, 2100, 1850, 2000, 1700, 2100, 2200, 17. Not in the tournament. Alright. Sack Draw 23, Uber 2150, 2400. Everyone is strong. And they're definitely fast. Wild Geese. So what's up, guys? Come on, let's get some hype train going. The Tuesday hype train. Most rare hype train of all. Because the bus driver didn't pay me back. For those of you that weren't here at the beginning of the stream, got on the bus today, and the bus driver owes me like $2,000. What are the chances? Like, so I got a free bus fare for $2. The only upside. What are the chances that the bus driver, you take a bus like once or twice a week? No, like actually once every 2 weeks or maybe once a week. What are the chances you get the one bus driver who owes you like $2,000? That's fate, man. That's really, I wanted to see him. Well, the good thing is that he's still alive. If he's dead, he can't pay me back. So he's still kicking. Young Samurai. Fianchetto Kings Indian. A Grigo variation. I lost to Sean Nagel in this line. He did exactly the same thing, I think. Wasn't it this? Some weird continuation? It'd be suspicious if Black knew what they were doing here. No. Okay, no, not that. It was a weird move for Black. Taking an h6 seems kind of strange. Well, now I just transpose back into a normal type position. I don't think you're supposed to play h6. I play h3, it's a normal move. h6, not so much. Of course, I don't have to. You know, maybe it would be better to just play like queen c2 or something. I haven't been playing the Fianchetto Kings Indian much. It's a safe line. I don't think I've played it since last year in the tournament game. Like 2024. Or, no, end of 2023. The end of 2023. I got lucky. I was worse against George Moore and I won the World Senior. Yeah, here's the current position. E4, A6. A6 is more normal than H6, I would say. H6, not so much. No, maybe H6 isn't so bad. You could find some random games where maybe that's played. I used to play H6, but not with releasing tension. It's actually a bad line. E5. I would play E4, H6. Lost a really bad game with that years ago and quit playing it. I had a couple bad games. H6 isn't really right. Okay, come on, everybody's slow today. B3. What else? And then C5, right? Everything's normal, but not H6. You're not supposed to play H6. I don't know how bad it is, but it is a loss of time. C5, knight C2. So he wants to go here. First of all, I can play F4. Just looks good for white. Isn't it? I'm not that interested in knight c6, knight takes c6. I'm more interested in bishop e3 here. Just keeping the tension. It's not an accelerated dragon, you know. An accelerated dragon, you don't mind so much trading the dark square pieces and doing like a dark square bind, but here it's a lot worse, generally speaking, because black doesn't have an e7 pawn. The king side tends to be a lot weaker in these type of things where you do like knight d4, bishop d4, bishop d4, queen d4. If I stick a knight on d5, you're like, your f6 is really weak. I'm speaking from experience, you know, with black. You can't play it like a Marazzi. So, see here, this just doesn't work. This just doesn't work. Hello? Oh, okay. Yeah, well, lucky for you, you're not hopelessly lost yet. I could even sack my rook on a1. Like, would you really want to take this? Do you really want to take this here? My pawn. So let's say queen d2, knight c5, rook d1, rook e8, bishop f2. I also eye this. The eye in the sky. It's so quiet in the chat room, guys. Come on. Let's get some life in there. Hype train. I'll have to stir the pot here a little bit. Donate to my own stream. No. Can't do that. It's not allowed. It's like, no, I don't have any Qatari jets. I can like donate to myself. We have cool emotes though. We got that from Hype Train. The button mash. Also, for example, this one, which I like. Respectfully, no. See? The more Hype Trains you get, the more cool stuff. Right, Acerbate? Right. Okay, knight f6 now. Pawn smash. Knight takes d5, pawn takes d5. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I don't want to trade pieces. You want to do knight h5? Take on f6. Don't feel like I want to trade pieces. There is the C file though. Solid floor. Solid flooring. I don't know if this is enough though. I feel like I'm really kind of letting you off the hook here. Who was Solid Floor's role model? Maybe Zen Chess would know. Who was the biggest influence on floor? Stylistically. You have 200 bits, but I can't remember how to use them. Oh no. Oh no. We might need those. C offer. 200 bits to Sladgie. No, that's ICC. Shit. Yeah, I don't remember either. Damn. 200 ducats. Is that like... Yeah, I never had currency. Click the cheer button in the chat. In the chat box. See offer Sladgie 200 shekels. There we go. Alright. We're 1/100th of the way to a hype train. Thanks, Bill. Bill donated an HGG. Trip chances here. New players. The only reason I should consider an alternative here, knight takes c6, b takes c6. Not really. This was the plan. This is the plan. Don't spend them all in one place. Dude, that's a, like... How much is that? Wait a minute. No, you just like donated a bus fare. I think you just donated, yeah, you donated one bus fare, approximately. You and the bus driver both donated like a bus fare today. That's one bus ride. Yeah, single journey. That can pay for me to go to the immigration center next Monday. I'm at the immigration center. I'm like the only American, probably. Orban talks a lot about like anti-migrants and stuff. But like Hungarians, they don't want to do like, you know, nasty jobs like being food delivery people. Like everybody at the immigration center except for me was like probably trying to become like a food delivery driver. I just loaned money to degenerate gamblers. And I don't even charge interest. It's unbelievable. F5. Yeah, if I charge interest, it would be a job, technically. They have to kick me out. There's nothing illegal about loaning money if you don't charge interest. I can actually work here, but then I have to pay taxes on it. Pay taxes on my money lending. I wish I made a profit from money lending. All right, young samurai. You're really on the verge here. Verge in the verge. Can I win with like rook d1 takes, bishop takes, check? I kind of like that, but I don't know if it's enough. Yeah, single journey is 600 forints, which is okay. You donated basically 700. I don't know, the Hungarian forint versus the dollar yesterday because of Trump's games with the whatever, you know, the manipulation of the stock market that's taking place causes currency fluctuations. So yesterday the US dollar suddenly like went back up a little bit from like 350 to 365. Pretty large fluctuation for like one day. So now it's like 365 forints to the dollar. Whereas it's been hovering around 350 for the last couple weeks or so. Bishop g8 check. That was my plan. Ta-da! Ding, 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 ding. We got him. Young Samurai's, his weakness is tactics. He needs to work on the tactics, which is unusual, because usually young samurais are weaker positionally, stronger tactically. But again, this opening was a problem for black. He also had an issue in opening there. Didn't get out of the opening. H6 isn't working right. Okay, I'm still in first place narrowly. We got a request to join the team. Greek god. Oh no. Another Greek god. How many Greek gods can we have in one tournament? Guys, come on. Hype train. Wait, is there I don't understand. When was there, or is there a streamers battle? Is that tonight? I saw an ad for no one does it anymore. No one fun. I saw no. It's just like Russian streamers and stuff. You know. It seems like the streamer battles kind of lost their mojo. It's a little bit outdated, yeah. Well, it lost its mojo. It was cool. I mean, especially during the pandemic and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, it loses its mojo. Alright. So Baisonov's in second place. Baisonov lost. Guys, Hype Train is almost going to go away now. Bill donated 200 bits. Astrobait must be tapped out. Baisonov in second place. Kel Max. Oh, first time playing Baisonov is a long time. It's a long time, man. What's up? Even though I'm not... Oh, Karo Khan. Yeah. Even though I'm not a real... I don't consider myself a real E4 player in spirit. Do you want to play this? Lame. Everybody plays it. The laying variation. You're not obligated to go into this endgame, you know, by any stretch. Actually, I don't know what I would do with black. I mean, I like endgames, and white has like a microscopic edge, but mostly people just can't play endgames. And white also has a strong pawn here. I really don't... I don't really like trading queens, giving up your strong point on d5. I think if I had to play this for black, I'd be more likely to do the other things like bishop g4 or... I was wondering if black could play some weird move like queen c7. Am I making that up? Anyway, this is very trendy now. And g6 definitely a move. It's definitely a move. That might be like one of the better lines. And I don't really know what I'm doing. I play on feel. So you play that? You can't go wrong with bishop c4. You can't play in games anymore. What about fantasy variation? Yeah, fantasy variation is okay. You know, all the people, a lot of people do that like DE4, FE4, E5 automatically, and I really don't think that's black's best approach. You know, I think that white is definitely a little bit better there. So, the fantasy variation remains a good option. I always played the Panov against Karo Khan, but it's just, it sort of sucks. But now I'm beginning to wonder about your position. What is actually going on here? I wasn't sure if you were thinking about playing knight h6 or something. You know. Juno. A great draw. No, I mean, yeah, the Panov is just merely like a reverse Tarash or something. It's not that it's a draw, it's just that you can't get an advantage. But, I mean, everybody has to agree that the advance variation is probably white's best. But it takes a lot of work. You know, it's very, very closed. I always preferred open positions a little bit. Maneuver driver can easily equalize against you on the blacks to the Panov. You know it's time to give it up. I can barely beat like 2,000 players. This looks good for white, but I don't know what to do. The bishop on the diagonal is an issue, although you couldn't possibly give that up. And c3 looks kind of slow. I should play e5, I guess. Yeah, I think we'll go for e5. Kind of was my original plan, and then I hesitated. But why? You know? Okay, yeah, you get a great square. Congratulations, you got a great square for your knight. It is what it is. Now, how do I get my knight to e4 without dropping my f4 pawn? Right? Knight d2, knight takes f4, knight e4, knight takes g2, knight d6 check. That's kind of interesting, but not good enough. I need to protect that, which means more weaknesses. It's a nice pawn chain, if you can get it. No risk of anything going wrong there whatsoever. Acerbate, pawns are the soul of chess. That's what you said, but you don't apply your own quotes to your game. Knight d2 has another problem now. It allows knight d3 check, so I have to eliminate that issue. Meanwhile, this is kind of a weird move. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. This is a really weird move by me. b5, extreme. Okay. An original position. Just 960. Now if I play knight g1. I'm playing chess 960. How about you? It's a nice knight you got there on d5. But b5 weakens him somewhat. I mean, I have a4. Anytime you do b5, you gotta watch out for that a4. Ugh. So, how about knight a4? Is that a threat of sorts for you? a5, a4. My plan is knight d2. I can play c3. You could get immense control of the c3 square. Totally dominating c3. Look at that. Hello, c3. Just uncontrolled aggression. That'll show me. That'll show me. That'll teach me. What about putting my king somewhere sensible, like pick a square? The options include e2 to f2, c3 and king c2, or bishop d2 and king c1. Now his latest move, defending and attacking at the same time. I guess at this point I should be playing c3 and king c2. He's got more time than me. Been thinking too much. Okay, we've got a lot of players. Kelmax is in first place. We've got a lot of players. 20 players total. Nice. We've had 30 in the past. So what happened? Nefyadov never joined? Nefyadov. Oof, that's a nice bishop you've got there. He wants to trade off his bad b. Or bring his rook to the d file. Castle queenside. Isn't white just better, fundamentally? I mean, right? It's just about 3/4 of the center is mine. That Tetris there belongs to me. Where are you going with king d7? Wow. You didn't want to castle the other way. All right. Now you're doing the king move. You're copying me. Wow, he doesn't want to get off the line. I have c4, very double-edged move. But truthfully, I think not really the break I want to do here. g4 f5. I have knight d4. Oh, you changed your mind. Mm-hmm. That looks dangerous. Very dangerous. We thought you were heading for c7. Changed his mind. Dying of thirst here. There's my water. Okay. So, thoughtful game. Good time control. Brain fog minimized. Okay. 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 Okay, berries. Okay. So I win a pawn. Alright. You have a bad bishop. You have a bad bishop and I win a pawn. Simple as that. Keep it simple. He has bishop b5. But I have knight d4. Knight d4 is also a crusher because it's double attack. Another very strong idea is bishop g5 in some positions. Black's going to need some tactics here. How about the b file or bishop b5? Not fast enough. Damn. Trying for a3. It looks rather slow. I mean, this is a very strong trade. If you played a3, it could get kind of awkward. That's a really bad bishop on a6. Basically, it's a non-entity. It's in the spirit realm. Have you guys seen a ghost? Have you seen a ghost before? Is my camera being weird again? Or I'm just naturally ugly? Are we fading away? Like a Twilight Zone episode? Wait, I had a plan. Oh yeah. Knight there. Oof. This is not good. King d7. Kelmax, meanwhile, is in first place. I feel like there should be a mate coming up for me. Nearly mate. Okay, he gave up. Yeah, not a good opening. I think you're supposed to play f6. After like g6. Too late for f6. Alright, I don't know. I don't know. We're in first place, 16 points. Kelmax in second with 12. Sun Prism with 12. Bisonov with 12. I'm on a streak. Young Samurai with 6. Zenchess 6. Zenchess lost to Sun Prism. Minor upset. Ruslan with 6. Cheesy Noob with 6. Hub House with 4. HGG just arrived. Lost to Ruslan Bear. That's a minor upset. Uber Drivers played just 2 games, losing to Kelmax. You gave a lot of unnecessary counterplay, I believe, Zenchess. Alright, Sun Prism is with white. E3. If it's E3, it's for me. Oh, you're playing the French with reverse colors. Very cute. That's not exactly the French. You could play a hippo, right? No hippos. This is just the thing. The thing. The thing from beyond. That's fine. Whatever floats your boat. You will play chess. And I will play chess. And we will decide this game later. Oh, wow, that's cool. 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 if only Astrobade listened to me. He could play like this. He could play like this. Uh-oh. White traded off the central pawn. You don't like the center. We're almost halfway through, and I'm still clinging to first place. But Dr. Chip Chance is, oh, he's up to 9 already. He just got here. He's playing Cheesy Noob. This square, that's not weak or anything. So if knight d5, your bishop's defended. That's convenient. Yeah, the knight on d3 conveniently defends the bishop on b2, so I don't have any kind of tactics. Otherwise, knight d5. I mean, still, actually, it was probably not bad. Because I was threatening knight c3. So I guess it's still so quite strong. Knight e4 or knight e4 or knight d5. Knight d5, double attack. White has queen d2, I suppose. Well, now he can trade on g7, so it's not as good as it was. But White's position looks excruciatingly ugly. c4 might be pushing it, but I want to win. No matter what you do, don't take that. Keep your pawn structure intact. You don't have any weaknesses. I don't know, Sun Prism is playing really loopy today. We all have different moods, right? Sometimes I play horribly. Last Friday I played horribly. Today I'm very collected. And Dr. Chip Chance, dude, I mean, you just arrived and you already have 14 points. Uber Drive will lose to him in like 5 moves. Took the pawn anyway. This looks truly horrible for White. Oof. Check. Yeah. Always check. I'm surprised that Uber Driver hasn't lost in like 5 moves to Dr. Chip Chance. Everyone is like terrified. Now he's 2,500 in bullet. It just goes up and up. Uber Driver playing the black side of, I don't know what opening that is. Is it a Tarash? No, the knight's on c3. What the hell opening is that? Was that some sort of Sicilian? Maybe a Grand Prix attack. No, there's a pawn on f3. Well, this is very principled. Jim, not a classical follow-up for e3, right? Do you often play knight c1? Wish I had a plan here. But objectively, I want to open the position and develop my pieces. It's very simple. Rook a d8. Okay, I see what he's going to do. So maybe e5 doesn't work. Unless I took with a knight, which is not bad. Yeah, it's hard for me to open position, but I can play e5. That's objectively what I should do, I guess. Question of when. Maybe next move, yeah. So now, how you like me now? I kept the F rook just in case, and the A rook was doing nothing anyway. You castle, you got happy dark squares. Happy dark squares day. Take. Queen c5 first. Queen wasn't doing much on a5 anymore. This is good to be inventive from time to time. One thing to be inventive, it's another thing to like blatantly violate principles. We have to violate principles maybe just a little, but we don't want to go too far. It's definitely good to be inventive from time to time. Definitely. But I think f4 and all that here was way too much. The bird must not be entered into lightly. Gut. Guys, 200 bits. Do I hear 3? We got a donation from Bisonov and a sub. Is anybody gonna subscribe today? Please. Sun Prism 9325. I never really paid attention to the green red. So the losing player has red, the winning player has green. I mean, this has been this way for like 7 years and I never really thought about it. I mean, I get like when you lose it's red, but I never thought about overall score. I think it's a weird feature, you know, for the site really. Leftover from primeval times. It's kind of cool, but also kind of quirky. Come on. Everybody lose to Dr. Trip Chance every single game. No one ever beat him or anything. Okay, queen takes e3 check. Let's say king h1. And then I can take with a bishop. I can take. My queen is kind of vulnerable there. So maybe the truth is that I shouldn't take that pawn, you know? That's unnecessarily greedy. We don't have to take it right away. I mean, it's hanging. It's a liability for white. c4 is hanging as well. Why not just leave it there? We have a killer bishop. While his knights are okay at best. Actually, like knight d5 would be great, except for the fact that c4 falls and then you have no support for the knight on d5 at all anymore whatsoever. But it all comes down to control the center and pawn structure. So okay, he reinforces his c4 pawn. But there doesn't seem to be anything he can do about the loss of f4. It's just like gone. So we picked up a pawn. We have opponent finds a resource now. Knight d2. I didn't see that. Well, the monster bishop is not leaving the board. So he has a kind of creative way of... He finds a creative way to defend his pawn. Rook... Although I could play rook e8. Bishop a8. Also. Bishop b7. Maybe better. His... Yeah. Alright. Gets his pawn back. But unclear for how long. We gotta pressurize. Pressurize, please. Very close. Rook e3, queen e3, rook e8. Doesn't quite work. Meanwhile, oof. Okay. It's a little awkward. Okay. That wasn't the move I expected. He has knight d3. Everything's staying defended. I totally just realized I was attacking f3. I thought you would take on d6. So I'm winning. That was fortunate. If I couldn't take that, I might not be winning. Yeah. Yar, yar. reprehensible. Well, I'm not going to give you my pawn. That's all there is to it. He's incorrigible. Will not resign till mate is on the board. Alright, Dr. Chip Chance already tied with me. I mean, dude, what? He beat Baisanov. He drew, okay, he drew Uber Driver. Oof. Wait, he lost his first game? How does he have 16 points if he lost his first game? That's unbelievable. He lost his first game, didn't berserk the first two, and gets 16 points? He's berserking now. Oh, the law is the law. The law of the land. Sack draw, I guess. What happened? Sack draw lost his end chess. And then he tilted and left. HGG is still playing Uber Driver. Alright, that's cool. Uber Driver, you're playing the English with white? Accelerated Dragon. Reversed. That's weird. I've never known Uber Driver played the English. Yo, Dragonfly Hunter, what's up? Pressure. I've thought of Billy Joel in a long time. Yeah, he almost managed to sort of piece that position together. I was really scared. Then I realized his F3 pawn was hanging. He couldn't quite afford to lose that. My bishop on A8 otherwise wouldn't have anywhere to go if it wasn't for that. It wouldn't have had anywhere to go if it wasn't for that F3 pawn with check. Knight D2, yeah. Knight C1 was only minus points. Well, I mean, you know, yeah. Dude, a lot of strong players like to play Knight C8. Rob Port, Jonathan Spielman. Knight C8, Knight C1. It's a favorite of unorthodox openings players. Right? It's not that bad. Sure. Gotta put it somewhere, you know? It's like in the Caro Kann, sometimes you play, I hate it, but Knight C8 is played in a lot of openings, Caro Kann. With white, you're not doing it too much. You know, with white, it's unusual, I mean. But I've done it in King's Indian attack type positions. C4, E5, E3, a line for white, of course. But it's not a move order that's used too often. I mean, it will probably just transpose to a different English line or some kind of exchange French, you know, Mr. Coffee. Exchange French, very likely. Yeah. I mean, wait, probably Hikaru plays that, or had played that, you know, and lots of people do that, but I think E3 isn't so typical that early, you know, I mean, you're going to play usually the knight out first, or one of the knights out first. C4, E5, E3, absolutely nothing wrong with that, of course. Yeah, you could play like you're black in the Sicilian. Now, Baisanov is drawing the better half of a draw against Dr. Chipchance. I don't understand how Dr. Chipchance gets pairings so fast, and I'm here like waiting for 5 minutes. I'm telling you guys, there's like ways to manipulate the pairing system. Morales just had time for a couple games. Heroin, let's see, 3 games. 42 is here. What's up, guys? Thanks for being part of our little community. Bisonov tipped $10 36 minutes ago. And I totally missed it, even though it's like I didn't have the Streamlabs sound on or something. I didn't hear that. I must have had sound turned down. Sorry. Normally sound is on so I can hear when someone tips. It's like bring. But yeah, Bison was like, I also don't know what I'm doing. He tipped $10. So he subbed, he tipped 200 bits, and he tipped $10, bringing us up to 420. Nobody else with a single sub or anything. It's all Bisonov, nobody else. Everyone else is broke. Oh no. Alright. Dr. Trip Chance. What does he do on E4, E5? I'm not going to play that Sicilian anymore. What if I played the Petrov? Oh. Uh-oh. Alright. 3 knights. Oh, that? Is that a move? Can you do that? Is that even legal? Wow. I didn't know that's even a legal move. So it's like a reversed classical Lopez. Aren't you losing a pawn here? What? Are you serious? Wow. That's a trap. Knight takes e4. Queen d5. That's disgusting, dude. That you really play that? You play this? Horrible. Oof. This is just like trappy bullshit. Dr. Trap Chance. Yeah, I don't know what it means, but I just thought of Dr. Trap Chance. That's all he plays for. He's a good player, but I mean, you gotta do better than this on the opening front with white. Very coffee house. Coffee house, designed for coffee house chess only. Move 11 went to Boston, by the way. Our old home, Dragonfly Hunter. And I should have told him to go to Harvard Square. I don't know if he's ever been to Boston before. Maybe, not much. Going for some work conference, and he's one of our oldest followers here on the stream. Just one of the oldest regulars from my stream, along with Mr. Coffee and Asterbait. And I just realized I didn't tell him he should go visit Harvard Square. Say hi for me. Dr. Cheap Chance. Alright. Dude. You can't be like, yeah, playing every game like you're playing like a 1300. I get what he's trying to do here. What if I castle queenside too? You're just like waiting for me to castle kingside so you can throw your like primitive caveman Neanderthal attack at me? I don't know, man. I haven't been there, you know? I haven't been there since anything's been rebuilt. I mean, I haven't been there since before COVID. I wish I could afford to live in Boston. I want to go back and visit. Are you waiting for me to castle? Or am I waiting for you to castle? What exactly is going on around here? Does anybody understand it? It's going to play very simple, solid, correct chess. I think the black is like better. Yeah, I mean G4 it's not good. Now C4 on the other hand, that's more of a chess move. That's not very cool. I have to say I don't really like that. Alright. The C4 is a brilliant C by white. Prepare for pawn storm. Wait, who is doing a pawn storm? To who here? What? Okay, yeah. His pawn storm is very scary with this king in the center of the board and G4 played. I still like black. Wow. Very hard to do anything. Just like a Mexican standoff. I guess I can play knight b6. It's kind of a weird move. Yeah, he's just getting stronger and stronger by the minute. Very frightening. Yeah, I don't like the way I've played this. Something very computery about White's play. Now f3. Until that. Why not f4? Looks like he was clearly better. I really thought he was going to play f4 there. I don't know if black's better, man. I thought I was worse. This is a very, very strange game. That's like an impossible move to find. Nobody's playing knight g2. Literally nobody would play that move. That has to be like the computer's #1 move. That's a weird move. I am completely confused. Wow, knight g2. Is my queen trapped? No, but it will be. How weird a game is this? And he's He's always ahead on the clock. The knight g2 move, very weird. Nobody would play that, you know. Extremely subtle. And he played it like almost instantly. I mean, he was temporarily sacrificing a pawn. Yeah, with my queen on e5, my queen gets trapped. Gets trapped in a lot of positions. I don't think black is better. I don't know if I've ever been much better. Maybe very slightly better at some point. But now, probably not. I don't know. I just saw for a draw. I don't even know who's better here. This is a very weird game. Extremely weird game. This isn't even like a real line or anything. I mean, he was... It gives c4 dubious. It's like only move. I don't know why white would get dubious for that. It's the best move on the board. Jim thought I was better, but I'm not sure. But that freaking knight g2 move. That was enough for me, man. Knight g2 is engine #1 move. Not an easy move to play. I mean, white has like a lockdown on d5 and this sort of central control of d5 where, you know, what if I can't break, like, what can I do? I don't know what I could do, you know? Opening was, I've never seen anyone play like that. He has a very strange style. Like in the final position I offered to draw, the staffer said I was microscopically better, but that opening is just bizarre, you know? Who plays like that? Knight c3, bishop b4, bishop c4. This is a rare move. Now h3, just like non-existent. And after bishop e6. So bishop e6, the computer doesn't really like it. The position is equal, according to the stockfish. Okay. Ilya Gadari. Guys, are we in a game? No. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just so close, that whole position. I couldn't come to the conclusion that I was better. I thought I was like messing it up. And he has more time than me. He sort of like blocked everything. He's faster than me, you know, and my best hope for beating Dr. Chipchance is really just on the board, not just playing like on time. But once he played c4 and I can't really break on the king side with f6 like I did, it didn't have much effect. I could have played f5 or f6. This is my only break though, you know. It's hard for me to do anything. I'm not worse, but I'm not really better. He don't know. He plays what he plays, I guess. He plays what he knows. I don't normally play e5 against him too much. I played the Sicilian a lot, but he's very good at that. And I find that if I play solid against certain players, I do much better. And I think I've tried to be too aggressive against like him in the past. Just playing solid is probably your better bet. You know, maybe he'll push, but he didn't really push. It looked like a great move. Yeah, I was really shocked that Stockfish said that b3 is better and d5 is dubious. I mean, c4 is dubious. Why? What? Why? It stops me from playing d5. I was seriously considering like playing d5 and breaking out. It looks like absolutely the best move. I don't get it. You know, there may have been something that I didn't see. I don't know what it was. So here's another player who's fast. But this isn't blitz, you know. Anyway, Morales has kind of inspired me a little bit with these things. But I have to say, like, when I'm black, I don't have a lot of faith in these A6 approaches to the closed Sicilian. It just doesn't really seem right. So we have lots of good options here. I think maybe this is a little too risky, but no, it's alright. Yeah. Now f knight d5, e6. I think I've even had someone like sacrifice that pawn against me. Knight d5, e6, knight e3, bishop takes c4, castles or something. But knight a4 is probably good. I feel like we've seen this before. I mean, it's probably the best move. I don't know how good it is. Probably my move order is slightly inaccurate. I wasn't really careful here. Maybe instead of knight f3, I should play d3 first. But I don't want to commit. You know, I like keeping this d pawn. You know, the point is, like, black doesn't know if you're going to play a closed Sicilian or open. So you keep your options open. But I mean, I know the Stockfish is going to, like, hate b4. And I've probably had this position, like, against Morales myself. Alright, castles. Bishop takes e4, rook e1. He has, like, bishop c6 there. So it's probably too fast. I need to act. I mean, I need to act faster. So d4 now. Maybe queen e2. Well, you could just play d3, but it's essentially kind of lame. Not kind of lame. It's essentially lame. Castles, bishop takes e4. Rook e1, bishop c6. Knight e5. Alright, let's try something fun. Now, if you want to take that pawn, I know from experience that, you know, you're seriously behind in development here. d3 passive, lol. Well, if I wanted to play, you know, a boring King's Indian attack, I could do that anytime. But I think the cool part is having the threat of playing d4 to open it up. They're thinking close Sicilian. You're like, no, it's not a close Sicilian. So rook e1, bishop c6. We'll have a lot of moves here. Even c4 there. But we can't wait all day. original plan was knight e5 here. He trades bishops. I have king takes. Then I suppose he has to be quite careful. Maybe c4 is worth it. First. Threatening, you know, d4. Now things get really interesting. If c takes d, knight takes. No, Morales is gone, I guess, but this is his type of game. This sort of pseudo-closed Sicilian, where white maybe, you know, sacrifices a pawn for the initiative. It looks quite hard for black to play. The ultimate problem with the Sicilian and other openings that are hypermodern is that you don't get your king out of the center. If you don't get your king out of the center, how are you going to coordinate all your pieces ultimately? French, Sicilian. What I came to appreciate about e4, e5 only in the last like 15 years, 20 years is that, you know, my later career is that e4, e5 is black's best move. Because you get your king out of the center in most cases, you know. Fundamentally, the Sicilian and the French and the Caro-Kann, they're all inferior. To e4, e5 for a very concrete reason. As fun as it can be. To play hypermodern openings, they're not as good. And harder to play. Okay, now queen a5 doesn't look great. But we have two options. So b3 or take. But I mean, it looks good to take. You know, he loses his dark square bishop. No dark square bishop. Pawns. Pawns are people too. How many pawns do we want to sacrifice here? 1, 2, 3, 5, 10. Bishop e3. b3. Castles. Bishop f4. Queen takes c4. The c4 pawn seems quite useful. It's a strong pawn. I'm sure I could sacrifice it. Strong bishop too. This looks great for white. Black is in almost critical condition here. I really ought to consider rook e5. This is like horrible situation for black. Can he survive this? Almost completely tied up. Just that he's fast, see? Just putting the time pressure on me. Got auto-resigned in a winning position. Auto-resigned. That's a cool feature. You mean like you missed a game? You said in a winning position. Oh no. Auto-resigned. That's weird. So he's like trying to play... Okay. Oh no. Queen h4? I love a good auto resign. I think we have compensation. But Dr. Chipchance is right behind me, though we slowed each other down with that draw. Looks like Baisanov is temporarily up in exchange with two bishops. It's got to be a Grand Prix attack. Could be a Karo Khan. Kind of looks like a Karo Khan, maybe. All right, your turn. Karo Khan. A strategic draw. Jim, are you playing? No? Agnetha Falskog is here. Jim is not playing. Alright. No, this is too slow for you. Just here for the commentary. I thought that black would play knight e8 last move. Strong here as well. What am I missing? Well, obviously, we have comp. Preventing 98. I prevented 98. We have perfect development in exchange for one pawn. Maybe threats of getting a bishop in on d6. 95 trade, and bishop d6 at some point. I think I couldn't play anyway. I'm timed out or something. Dr. Chipchance is ahead of me now. You're timed out. You've been banned. You've been banned by me. No players over 100,000 cheers is allowed to play. Wow, d5. That's kind of unbelievable, right? You get it. It's a trick. I get it. I get it. d5. Logical. So what did I say? Yeah, he sort of prevented all my main threats. So pawn takes d5, knight takes d5. That's the point. Still seems like I should have something. Pawn takes d5, knight takes d5, knight g5, h6. Pawn takes d5, knight takes d5. I'm losing on time. Rook takes. Got her pawn back. Temporarily. Temporarily only. What am I talking about? I'm hallucinating. I had a hallucination. No. This? You didn't get our pawn back. Kept the freaking pawn. h6, bishop g7. No. Rook d5. Right. Rook takes. Although bishop g7 is pretty strong. It's not really. It just looks strong. You gotta get ahead of the doctor. Doctor! My God, man. Wow, this is unbelievable. Can't believe I didn't have anything there. Totally fucking this up. Unbelievable. You know that's never gonna work. You didn't find the best move. Still not a bad move. Talk about doing things the hard way. Alright. Not a perfect game. Alright. Drying paint. Yeah, no, I had to be winning somehow. It's a transposing to it. It's a transposing. Transposing to the Grand Prix attack. It's a Bodler. No, this is a standard Grand Prix attack. This is your brain on drugs. Okay. Wow. I don't know who Dry and Pain is, but the ratings aren't real high. So he's 2100. He's got weird ratings. You know, 2100 bullet. It's not someone else, is it? Like Nedeye? Nedeye was from Lithuania. Nedeye Smurf account? Weird. Certainly very systematic. Yeah. It's like 1883, bro. Not playing like 1883. He's maybe taking a risk here. Playing a little too fast. Dude, I'm an IM. Why are you playing a whole 7-minute game against me in 4 seconds? That's kind of crazy, no? What is going on? Is he playing like a computer, or is it just me? Not exactly, but dangerous. Dude, White has this really crazy initiative. Like perfect play, dude, using 4 seconds for the whole game. Something weird about this player, no? Where does this guy come from? Damn, he must have some major flaw that I don't see. It's a brand new account. Since when? Since April 6th. But his ratings are fairly low, you know? Look at this move, Bishop d4. Like he saw the literal writing on the wall. Well, no, but I was threatening e5. It's like he saw that. He predicted my move. He can predict my moves using no time at all. Very strange account. With his ability to play this fast and this correctly, you couldn't... What? Wow. G5 is kind of insane. Alright. G5 is kind of insane. Mildly insane. Dude, that's a mosquito or a moth? It's gotta be a moth. Alright. G5 is like insane in the membrane. Shit, I hung my rook. God damn it. Now he saw that too. He's freaking everything. Check. Moth is pissing me off. Bro. This is creepy. His play is creepy. His time use is creepy. His account is creepy. His lack of fear against the title player is creepy. Alright. Just plain creepy. I have E5. Doesn't even work. This is too much, man. Too weird. It's just too weird, dude. What is up with your account? Your 2174 bullet, 1800 blitz, 1883 rapid. He's got 1732, chess knight 60. G5, what a weird move. I have a move. Okay. Wow. Yeah, he's just overconfident. I don't know. G5 was a crazy move. Why is he so overconfident? When someone's that overconfident, I normally get paranoid they're a computer. It's not like this is a player without any sort of basis to their play. Strategically, Black seems quite advanced. Another tactical move. Queen takes b3, allowing bishop takes b8. I guess we could just classify Black as like recklessly aggressive. Okay, Helmher, you're even more paranoid than me. But you're saying that like every game. I mean, I'm always suspicious of the new players. It's not, no. The AP guy's not this strong. He's just ridiculously wild. Advanced placement. I think White is like winning now. His king's wide open. It's like one move, G5. Get his accuracy down. Yeah. Get it up. Creepy. I mean, we already had another game. Look, he played me down to rook versus rook and pawn draw in a simul. That makes me paranoid too. What's the next trick? It looks like White is just winning. The F pawn, his king exposed, is too much, right? But I'll probably hang something very easily. Check. And now F6 is interesting, huh? He has a defense to that. Not really. f6, threatening f7 plus queen g7. That's a nasty combo. f6, rook takes, yeah. Double threats. It's like, I don't know. He could be a good player, but he's like overconfident, plays too fast. If you took away the overconfidence, playing too fast, he would be like 2100. Yeah, I mean, like, look at this game. What was up with g5? He's totally equalized. I'm actually, like, losing. Well, he had the combo rook takes c1. Yeah, you saw that, Jim. I was just looking at rook c2. But g5? g5's insane. Alright. Dr. Shipsense, of course, solidly in front now. Oh my god. Alright, well, it was nice while it lasted, but I'm not going to stay in front, it looks like. 2 points behind. I wish we could get some easy pairings, but it hasn't gone that way. Everybody I've played is good. Drying Paint was the lowest rated player I've played. 1883. And I had like a lost position. If he had found rook takes rook, bishop takes b2. He played the Pierce and then transposed perfectly to a black side of the Grand Prix attack. Normally Pierce players would play it in a Pierce style. He had no problem just transferring to a Sicilian. To me, that reminds me of a more experienced player, not like a kid or something, you know. The way he played the whole opening with, like, you know, the whole queenside thing, giving up his light square bishop, getting control of the dark squares, playing b3. I mean, it's like an experienced player who's done that a whole lot of times, and he's able to do it really quickly. Yeah. Opening wasn't very good for me. Had he not played g5, I'm worse. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. I just haven't been playing. I've been playing a lot of closed type stuff lately with white, and I would normally play a classical Pierce. That's kind of my go-to with white, or a fianchetto. I have good systems. I can play against the Pierce, but they're not that exciting. Yeah, objectively, I should never play like knight c3 because I don't play Grand Prix attack. You must face Dr. Ship now in order to have some chances. Uh-oh. Or 42. We have to be fast. We have to berserk. Must berserk. King's Indian. We berserk. We Benoni. But you Benoni. Yes? We'd like to get the Queen D2. He's playing kind of what looks like proper Averbach system. Now H4, bro. Speaking of fearless. Jesus. Wow. C takes d5, knight takes d5, knight takes e4. Man, h4 is seriously scary. 42, maybe he's drying paint. Maybe they're the same person. Knight takes e4, bishop takes d8. No, that doesn't work. We gotta go fast. This is not the dragon, though. Remember, this is not the dragon. Feels like a6 is a little too slow. And I berserked. But 42, my god. He's only been playing d4 for like a short time. I guess I'm supposed to play like h5 at some point here. It's the same-ish now. Yeah, that's gone. He's like an expert on... He was always playing e4. What do you mean h5, g4? This is not the dragon. It's the King's Indian. Not so easy. This is getting awkward for white now. Rook g3 looks very awkward. I don't think that's right. But I should probably get out of the pin. See, he's trying to play e4. This is not what I want to see, though. How does Dr. Chipchance have 30 points now? He beat Uber Driver in 5 minutes? In 2 minutes or something? Now it's an end game? He finished one game, now he's in an end game. With using no time for the whole game? How is he in a bishop end game with 7:36 left against Sung Prism? A player who's supposedly 100 points lower rated than him. How are they in an end game? After like 1 minute, 30 seconds. King f2. Understandable. Bishop takes bishop. Please don't take my knight. He'll be tempted to play f4. This is, of course, unorthodox for white. He's also very fearless. To the point of being totally reckless. Here's the thing, guys. I think you need to adjust your style based on who you're playing. You can't play against everybody like the same. They're exactly the same. You can't play 1200s and IMs like you're playing the same player. I mean, you can, but I don't think that's optimal. So the point is that 42 will play the same game against me that he would play against like a 1200. Alright, you can do that, sure. My opinion is that it's not a good idea. Adjust your style for the strength of the opponent. Play more solid against stronger players. Doesn't mean be afraid. I mean, it just means like don't count on the stronger players making mistakes and gamble against them, you know. They're probably not. Plays the board, not the man, right? He's like Ligorich. Plays with pieces. 42 plays with pieces. My last opponent was Same. Super fast. You know, like he was playing a total beginner in the bar. Here's a good question. Alright, I'm hallucinating. I've been hallucinating for a long time that like queen h6 was possible. I guess I was thinking like, well, what would happen if he did rook takes g4? Stop trying to hurt me. Now I got a request to join the team. It's a little late. You have 7 minutes left. There it is. Sacrificio. Sacrificio de Dama. Okay, where's your check? Have you checked your check? Did you check your checks lately? Check for checks. He resigned. That's like counterintuitive. He resigned. We're winning! Dr. Chip Chance. Don't tell me Dr. Chip Chance is winning this endgame. How, dude? It was a total draw. How can you lose that endgame? What? How did the H-pawn? How did that happen over there? How did this even happen? Where's White's H-pawn? Sun Prism put his pawn on H4. You put your pawn on H4. Bro. Come on. Why would you put your pawn on H4? He wanted to lose. It's like an unlosable position, and he put his pawn on H4. It's on a dark square. That's the color of the opponent's bishop. Sun Prism knows not to do that. You did know not to do that. You, of course, know not to do that. You mean you wish you knew why you did it? Me too. Drying paint. And Trip Chance gets a new pairing already. I'm just sitting here. What? I'm just sitting here, no pairing. No Asterbait. I got 30 players, guys. Our biggest turnout. Although a few people didn't actually play. Why don't I get paired with Asterbait like once? Where is he? Asterbait with 2 wins. Are you playing 42 now? He's playing 42 now. A spicy C4 from Asterbait. Dr. Tripchance, what happened now? You already won? What was that? Drying Plaint played like really well against me, and he's just like down a rook after 8 moves against Dr. Tripchance. It's rigged. The whole system is rigged. I didn't lose a single game, and I still can't win the tournament. Though I was losing against Dr. Drying Paint. I was clearly worse. After Jim's move. Yeah, that was a terrible opening. It should be good, but I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to play the white side of the Grand Prix attack. Guys, I'm going to lose the tournament. This sucks. Well, second isn't bad. Drying Paint, there's no way I'm going to beat him in time. No, we need open. Now, he's a Sicilian player. I knew it. Everybody plays knight b3 there. This is a very sophisticated opening. I don't expect, like, an average guy to play queen b6 Sicilian. Not like a new player. Very sophisticated, solid stuff. Weird. He's super fast and super good. I don't see how he's losing to Dr. Tripchance in 5 moves. I just don't understand. I don't understand anything anymore. Like my mom said, the older I get, the less I know. How does this guy who uses no time against me lose to Dr. Tripchance in 5 moves? Well, it was more like 15 moves, but whatever. He's super fast. He doesn't need any time to play the opening, like, almost perfectly, like an experienced master. But he instantly lost to Dr. Tripchance. Few chances. The emphasis on the few. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. 1 minute left. He's gonna need to, like, hang a queen or something. He just resigned. Okay, that's not correct. He just resigned? Why? Oh no, he felt bad for me and resigned. That's not right. Oh well. I feel bad now. Haha. He resigned for no reason. I don't even understand why he resigned. I was better, apparently. But still no reason to resign. That's kind of messed up, yeah. Why did you do that? Throwing the tournament. He wanted to take revenge on me. He wanted revenge on Dr. Tripchance. But I played a perfect game. Jubava would not be happy. This is where I mean, if you're Jubava, you have to have, like, a flip out and, you know, quit lichess. It's all rigged because I'm the host, and I paid him to resign secretly. Boy, that was close, huh? Whew. Really deserved victory for me there. Sladgie fixes the tournament and wins with the last round, like, thrown game. Not pretty. Hello again. Alright, Dr. Chip's deserving to win that. I finished first, Dr. Chip second. Sung Prism, though, interestingly finishing third. Kelmax with fourth, Bisonov fifth. Looks like Bisonov sort of trailed off after a good start. Hub House, not a bad result for his rating. Uber Driver, a mere 13. Uber Driver probably made like $200 during this tournament. Just saying. You just wanted an extra point in case Kelmax got a win at the end there. Nefedov, what happened? Did you play? Well, Nefedov ended up playing a couple of games. Okay. Finally, he was late in the tube. Ruslan Bear. Nefedov managing to finish ninth. You played 3 games and you finished ninth? How does that work? And Young Samurai, like, I guess left. We got Zen. Zen just played 5 games and finished with less points than Nefedov. Drawing Paint, Cheesy Noob, 42. 42, you're terrifying today. Asterbate with 2 wins against Evil William and Bisonov. Asterbate, you beat Bisonov? No way. Wow, that's the upset of the day. HGG, just 3 games. You're ruined. Always good to have you here. Evil William, Morales, just 2. Vivid Ghost, just 2. DNEC is just 2. Reduce. Shock Draw. Chessman, Schumacher. Schumacher not really with us. And Greek God and Paolo. We got a total of 30 players, so that's good. Although half of them didn't play. Still, I think this is our best, this is our best practical time limit for these tournaments. 7+3 allows kind of relatively good quality games while not being ridiculously long. For those of you that are subscribers to Twitch, time to resubscribe. But remember, Thursday is our analysis stream, so if you can please send me your games. If you are a subscriber on Twitch, send me your games. Higgins went and got your new TV. Congratulations. You can watch me on YouTube on the TV now. Crazy Rando Almond subscribed on YouTube, and Vampire's Chica has followed. Again, Bisonov, thanks for the donation. Thanks to you guys. Usually we don't get a lot of donations on Tournament Tuesday. Hopefully on Thursday we're going to get, a fortune. And then everybody submits their games for Thursday. Nefedov, Asterbate, Sun Prism. Everybody's welcome to submit a game for Thursday. And then Friday, hopefully this Friday I'll be in better condition. Friday I was in really bad, I don't know, I didn't sleep well. Last Friday I played badly on Friday. I usually do a blitz stream. So hopefully this Friday will be better. Thursday, analysis stream. Friday, blitz. Sunday, simul. That's the schedule, guys. Thanks for your support. All money for the Summer Tourney Fund. We're going to go to some kind of open in August, it looks like. You may be researching on Thursday. All right. When is Blitz Arena? We alternate. I just play Blitz. With viewers on Fridays. Sometimes I do Blitz Arena instead of Rapid in place of this tournament. Hoobie doobie. So, thanks guys for tuning in. Have a great night. Thanks for your support. And, good tournament, Dr. Chip Chance. Sorry for the sort of dubious last round result there. See you guys on Thursday night. Bye. Pawnda says bye. Pawnda hasn't been on the stream in a while, so he should probably show off some of his. Bring Asterbate with 5 bits. 5 last TV bits. Hey everybody, bye.